Well, there's no doubt we have a lack of female leaders in this country. In business, a survey of 290 of the top corporations reveals only 33 have women heading up their boards. In politics, Labor has had gender quotas for more than 20 years, but the Liberal Party has rejected calls for gender quotas for their candidates. So are quotas what we need for equality, or should merit prevail? Can you have both? Our next question for the jury is, are gender quotas good for business? Joining us to debate is Liberal Senator Holly Hughes, who has been central in resisting calls for the LNP to adopt gender quotas, and Michelle May, gender equality advocate and principal of Michelle May Buyers Agents. Great to be with you both. Thank you so much for joining us on the panel. Michelle, we'll start with you because you've come from the Netherlands where gender quotas are actually enforced. What was your experience with that?
Look, it's something that you just grow up with. And so coming to Australia, it was a bit of a culture shock, I'm not going to lie. And I didn't realise how much of a feminist I was until I came here, because it does take you back as a woman. You take a step back from where I thought I was. And equally, look, in Europe, we've had gender quotas for more than 20 years, very successfully. So Norway was one of the first to start it, and it's a part of life there. So it would be great to see the same here.
Yeah. And what about you, Holly? Because you're a champion for the No campaign.
Look, absolutely. I do not support.
But why not?
Look, there's a multitude of reasons I don't support it. And I guess the first question I would ask is, are we actually talking about two genders? Because in some circles, we're not allowed to acknowledge that it is that binary, that it's male or female. And this is where this debate just goes absolutely wild. But I think there's a lot of... I would be personally horrified and embarrassed to think that I was ever selected for anything because of my gender. Now, I've been around politics and in Parliament, been in politics 20-something years. Never once when I have run for anything has been being a woman part of my campaign. But I'm also a mother of sons. I've got a mother of a daughter and a mother of two sons. I worry for my boys. My girl is amazing and she's going to be amazing and she's going to be well supported and well encouraged through whatever she wants to do. I think for today's boys, it is very, very difficult for them because they are seeing women being pushed forward, girls being pushed forward. And if you are a white, heterosexual male in Australia now, it is almost a dirty word. But the thing is as well, I feel that if you do have these gender quotas, there's a stigma attached. So even if you are the best person, even if on merit you are the best person, in the workplace, in the parliament, in the media, were you just put there to make up the numbers? I just think that is horrifically embarrassing.
Oh, well, I'll take that point. So, Michelle, for example, if you are a female, you are subpar, not very good at your job, but suddenly you are a shoo-in to become the board, the chairman of the board, chairwoman of the board. Shouldn't it be based on merit? I mean, what's the argument here?
The argument is that currently it's not done on merit. I mean, it's still very much a boys' club. As long as we've got adult grown men crying on TV because of the horror that their grandson is going to be in a co-ed school, we realise that it's not done on merit and that there are certain advantages to being a male in this society. And it's interesting to see that the point of merit is only brought up now that men are actually going to have to compete in a level playing field. It is a known fact that women have more higher levels of education than men. And it is a fact that women's CVs do not get looked at the same way that men's do. So if men are worried about merit, then really they should do better. You know, it is great to have everybody looked at in an equal measure. If your CV turns out to be the best one, it is great for business. You know, the OMFIF has stated that at its current progress, it's going to take 140 years in order to reach any kind of parity whatsoever. That is way too long, way too long.
We've already got over 50% women in the Australian Senate. So
sure.
In the Australian Senate, there are over 50% women. There have been huge advances already. My mother was a flight attendant who had to quit when she got married.
Yeah.
one generation, her daughter is in federal parliament. We have had huge advances already, and we just need to make sure the pendulum doesn't swing too far.